The boldest transformation in the entire NFL is happening right now in Las Vegas. What no one saw coming. For this, says, reaction. When it comes to NFL offseason champions, one name comes up more than anyone could have imagined. The Las Vegas Raiders. Yes, the same Raiders who spent the last 3 years watching the playoffs from home in pain are now engineering one of the most aggressive and calculated rebuilds in the entire league. And it's not just speculation. Respected NFL insiders like The Athletic's Ted Nguyen are making bold claims that could completely change your outlook on the upcoming season. For me, NFL, according to Nguyen, the Raiders have undoubtedly improved more than any other season in the league this offseason. But let's be clear, they had no choice. This season ranked 27th in EPA per game, 27th in points per drive, and 31st in explosive play rate over the past 2 seasons. Bottom line, there was no other way to go but up, and up they did big time. 4. It all starts at the top. After years of behind-the-scenes instability, Las Vegas handed the keys to none other than Pete Carroll, a coach with a Super Bowl pedigree and decades of experience building sustainable success. But Carroll didn't come alone. He made one of the most intriguing coordinator hires of the entire offseason by bringing in offensive innovator Chip Kelly. Now, let's be honest, the name Chip Kelly triggers strong reactions from NFL fans. But don't be fooled. The Chip Kelly who left the NFL years ago is not the one returning today. This version has evolved dramatically, focusing less on pace and more on diversity in the running game and explosive play design. From me praising Pete Kelly, after the team's shutdown, Kelly laid out his vision clearly. JWB. Just win, baby. It doesn't matter if you win 9-6 or 38-37. The identity here is simple. Do enough every week to win. Anything fans that there wanted yourself. Their philosophy echoes Al Davis's legendary mantra, but updated for modern evolution. This blend of old-school toughness and new-school creativity was exactly what the Raiders needed. From me praising Pete Kelly. And while everyone watches the signings, John Spytek's front office has quietly assembled a roster full of new talent. From me praising Pete Kelly, NFL. But even with these improvements, a crucial question remains. Can they capitalize on the glaring weaknesses of their AFC West rivals? From me praising Pete Kelly. And that's where the Raiders can find their secret weapon. Let's not take the pill. The AFC West is a challenge. 3 times they made the playoffs last season. The Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos, and Los Angeles Chargers. The Raiders, watching from the couch. But that's exactly why owner Mark Davis has taken such aggressive action. The mission is clear. Defeat the division's giants. And it starts with a surgical attack on their vulnerabilities. First stop, the Kansas City Chiefs. The defending champions, but not without their weaknesses. Their Achilles heel? Their offensive line. We all saw it in the Super Bowl. Yes, they've built things up by adding Jalen Moore and rookie Josh Simmons. But Moore has barely played 271 career snaps. Simmons? He's recovering from a serious injury. That's not stability. That's gambling. Now picture this. Max Crosby back at full steam. Malcolm Kuntz fully healthy. Add the interior pressure of Christian Wilkins and Adam Butler. The Raiders are finally getting consistent pressure on Patrick Mahomes like they've sometimes done before. Next target. Denver Broncos. Sure, they've stabilized at quarterback with Bo Nix, and their offensive line looks solid. But who's catching passes? Courtland Sutton is talented but isolated. Rookie Devon Vele flashed as a 7th-round pick last year, but is he ready to be the guy? What about inexperienced rookies like Pat Bryant and free agent Evan Engram? That supporting cast isn't exactly scary. If the Raiders' second half can contain Sutton, they'll force Bo Nix to rely on inexperience, a dangerous recipe for danger for Denver. Finally, Los Angeles Chargers. With Jim Harbaugh's ground-and-pound philosophy becoming more apparent, stopping the run will be crucial. But what about the Chargers' interior defensive line? Let's just say it's vulnerable. Aside from Teair Tart, who has a respectable PFF grade against the run, no one on the inside has put up dominant numbers. That's where new running back Ashton Jeanty could thrive. The Raiders' powerful running game can cut through the Los Angeles defensive line, dictating the pace and keeping Justin Herbert off the field. But there's another crucial piece to this story, and his name could determine whether the Raiders fully capitalize on these AFC West weaknesses. Every great defense has a 1-2 punch. Max Crosby led the Raiders' defensive line for years, but 2023 signaled the emergence of a legitimate partner, Malcolm Kuntz. In the final stretch from weeks 10 through 18, Kuntz posted an impressive 84.9 pass rush efficiency rating, according to Pro Football Focus, elite territory. But then, disaster struck. Just as hope was rising, Kuntz suffered a season-ending injury that ended him before the 2024 season even began. Suddenly, all that progress came to a halt, and now, 2025 looms as a make-or-break year for both Kuntz and the Raiders' defense as a whole. Analyst Dan Wasserman summed it up. If Kuntz can recapture his late 2023 form, the Raiders could have one of the most lethal pass rush duos in the NFL. That's no exaggeration. A healthy Kuntz against Crosby, with Wilkins tearing up the interior, that's a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Behind the scenes, the support Kuntz received was crucial to his recovery. The Raiders organization was everything, Kuntz said. The weightlifting staff, the coaches, my teammates, Max, Robbie Leonard, Adam Butler, even Christian Wilkins, as we rehabbed together. They all helped me grow every day. Now, the entire Raiders organization is holding its breath. Because if Kuntz delivers this year, the ripple effect on defense could change everything. But even with the roster in place and the scheme refined, a big early season test awaits them. One that could either derail their rhythm or confirm that they're lagging behind. And that test will come in Week 6. Mark Week 6 on your calendar. While the early matchups against the Patriots, Chargers, and Commanders are tough enough, it's the home matchup against the Tennessee Titans that could make or break Las Vegas's playoff hopes. The Titans are rebuilding, but they remain dangerous, and the wild card is rookie quarterback Cam Ward. With just 5 weeks of NFL experience heading into this game, he'll still be getting up to speed on his professional game. That's exactly why the Raiders' defensive line needs to set the tone early. If Crosby, Kuntz, Wilkins, and Butler apply consistent hard pressure, they could shake Ward before he finds his rhythm. The fewer passes Ward catches, the harder it will be for Tennessee's limited receiving core to save him. Offensively, this is where Chip Kelly's system should shine. Expect Junty to attack the gaps inside. Expect Brock Bowers to become a safety for Geno Smith. And if they get an early lead, they could force Ward into desperation mode, exactly where the defense thrives. Bottom line, there's no excuse for losing this game at Allegiant Stadium. If the Raiders can't contain Cam Ward, it won't be because of talent. It'll be because they let a rookie get too comfortable. And with the margin for error so slim in the AFC West, losing this game could trigger a dangerous downward spiral. Raiders fans, let me hear from you. With all the changes the front office has made, Chip Kelly on offense, Kuntz back in action, and our rivals' weaknesses exposed, do you think we finally have the roster to compete with the Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers and make a strong run at the playoffs? Or is there still a piece missing from the puzzle? Leave your opinion here and be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, but I'll be back later to update you with the latest Raiders news.